I don't know all the motives behind this comment, but it comes across as very judgmental. This comment is so long, I printed it off, so I'm going to read it. Tori says, people need to understand some tough love. The reason why all of your kids are out protesting Antifa, I think she means protesting with Antifa, and are on drugs and alcohol all the time is because you let them do whatever they wanted to do with no real consequences. This is on you as a parent. It's called being a failure, and you should accept it. Once you do, then cut that kid off until they come back sober and without their addiction on their back. They know exactly how to get into rehab and will do it if they want to. You're giving them no incentive. All you do is enable them. Let's start with this question. What about families that have 3, 4, maybe even 5 adult children, and only one of those children has a drug or alcohol problem? There are other factors that you're not taking into consideration here. Some families have a child who's battling drug or alcohol addiction who has experienced a significant trauma that is no fault of the family's and no fault of the child's. But that trauma is causing them so much pain that they use drugs and alcohol to try to numb it. Then there are the influences of society, school, K through 12, college, all forms of media, including social media, and just being around other people's kids. There are ways to shield them from some of those influences, but you can't shield them forever. Not everybody's wired the same either. Some people's brain is wired up in such a way that they're more susceptible to addiction. You're not entirely wrong. There are some parents who do too much for their kids when they're growing up. But once you realize that your child has a drug or alcohol addiction, fear sets in. And it's not an easy thing to contend with. And what seems like would be a logical decision to make to people who are outside of that situation is a lot different when you're in the midst of it. And that's why parents who have a son or daughter battling drug or alcohol addiction need a coach, someone who has walked in their shoes and truly understands what they're going through.